What's up, everybody? Kyle here at Let's Talk Wax with a brand new episode of Predicting Superstars. In this series, I gathered career minor league stats from present and past MLB superstars and created a formula to measure how current minor league prospects and MLB rookies measure up. In every episode of Predicting Superstars, I choose one past or present superstar, one MLB rookie, and 3 MLB prospects to run through my formulas. Today, we'll be taking a look at 2023 NL MVP Ronald Acuna Jr., Major League Baseball's #1 prospect Jackson Holliday, along with Evan Carter, Samuel Basallo, and Wyatt Langford. I will run all 5 players through the formula to see how they rank against my compiled data, as well as how they rank against the all-time Predicting Superstars list. Now, before I dig into the results, let me first explain how all of this works. I broke my data down into 2 subgroups, Group 1 being high school and international players, and Group 2 being NCAA players. Here are the 13 superstars I used to compile my high school and international data. In the red bar below, you can see the average of the entire group for each stat. The stats I chose to use in this series are batting average, ISO, K percentage, K to walk ratio, stolen bases per plate appearance, and finally the age at which each player competed in a specific level. Now, I did the exact same thing for NCAA players. Most NCAA players are drafted around the ages of 21, and they were automatically penalized on age level if I ran them in the high school international formula. This is the main reason why I created 2 subgroups. Here are both formulas I used to calculate each player's score. Both formulas are exactly the same except for the data I compiled from the 2 subgroups. The black line with the arrow pointed to it is the average of the MLB Superstar's stats from the previous 2 slides. The first white player bar would be where you insert any player you are trying to measure. The middle gray bar shows the scales I used to equalize each stat, and the bottom gray bar shows the differentials which lead to each player's final score. I created a defensive bonus for most games played at a certain position. Shortstops receive a 30-point bonus, catchers and center fielders get 25, third basemen get 20, second basemen and right fielders get 15, left fielders get 5, and first base DH players get no defensive bonus. Here are 3 examples of how the formula works with Mike Trout, Albert Pujols, and Julio Rodriguez. I simply plugged in their career minor league stats, adjusted the numbers via the scale, totaled up the differentials, and added a defensive bonus to come to my final score. Here are a few things worth mentioning. Any score above 0 indicates that a player performed above the MLB Superstars numbers, and any score below 0 shows that a player performed under the MLB Superstars numbers. Negative scores are actually more common than positive scores due to the fact that the Superstars numbers were so elite. The scores will also make more sense at the end of the video when you can see the all-time leaderboards. Now I think we should be ready to kick this thing off. I try to run one MLB Superstar each episode, and in this one I choose Ronald Acuna Jr. He had a historic 2023 season, becoming the first player in Major League Baseball history to hit 40 home runs and steal 70 bases in a single season. Along with putting his name in the record books, he was also named the 2023 NL MVP after finishing the season with an 8+ WAR. The 4-time MLB All-Star made his big league debut in 2018 at the age of 20 years old. He finished his minor league career with a .303 batting average, but didn't run into much power until 2017, where he hit 21 home runs between high A, Double A, and Triple A at age 19. His late power development led to a 30-point loss in the ISO category, and he also lost points in K percentage and K to walk ratio, bringing his final score to a -4. Acuna seemed to get better with age, and in 2023, his MLB numbers smashed his career minor league numbers, which is very rare in today's game. Samuel Basallo went from unranked to number 17 on MLB.com's top 100 list after a brilliant 2023 season. He was signed in 2021 and struggled his professional debut in the DSL, but made some improvements in 2022 in the Complex League. Basallo started his 3rd professional season in Low A and climbed all the way to Double A at age 18, making him the 2nd youngest player to reach Double A in 2023 behind Ethan Salas. The Orioles catcher/first base prospect has a big bat and finished the season with a .313 batting average, a .238 ISO, and excellent K numbers for his age level. Along with his bat, Basallo has a big arm behind the plate, but is blocked by former #1 overall prospect Adley Rutschman at the MLB level. If his bat continues to produce, he may see a shift to first base or DH in the near future. Basallo took negatives in every category except age level and ISO, which still has room for growth as he develops physically. His final score lands at -6, putting him in close proximity to today's superstars. Before we go any further, if you guys enjoy my content and you'd like to help support my channel, be sure to check out my Patreon page. I'll put a link to it in the video description. I have free and exclusive subscriber content over there, including Bowman autograph checklist breakdowns for every release since 2019, Bowman team break guides for every release since 2020, a top 150 Bowman Chrome autos list, a top 100 Bowman Chrome autos under $50 list, access to my Juggernaut ranking system for all minor league players in 2023, early access to my YouTube info, and Let's Talk Wax articles, plus much more. You can find all the exclusive content organized in my Collections tab on the homepage. And as I mentioned before, if you guys want to help support the channel, I'll put a link to my Patreon page in the video description. Evan Carter was one of my favorite prospects going into the 2023 season, and he didn't disappoint, finishing up the season in the major leagues with a .307 batting average and 5 home runs in just 75 plate appearances for the World Series champions. He only had 62 MLB ABs in 2023, so he will enter the 2024 season still under rookie limits, making him a top candidate for the American League Rookie of the Year award. The 21-year-old center fielder had a rough professional debut in 2021 following a year off from baseball, but came on strong in 2022 and 2023, finishing his minor league career with a .285 batting average, a .174 ISO, and excellent K numbers. While he played the majority of his games with the Rangers in left field, he's got the tools to become an above-average center fielder with time. Even though he hit 5 home runs in 75 MLB plate appearances, his lowest grading tool is in-game power. He took negatives in batting average, ISO, and K percentage while picking up points in K-to-walk ratio and stolen bases per plate appearance, bringing his final score to a -8. Jackson Holliday was the #1 overall pick in the 2022 MLB draft. The young Orioles shortstop prospect had an astonishing 2023 season, climbing 4 levels from low A to triple A. He finished the season with a .323 batting average and a .176 ISO while holding remarkable K numbers. Along with Jackson Chourio, he was the only other player to reach AAA in 2023 at age 19. He has an advanced approach for his age and takes a considerable amount of walks. He scored the most points in K-to-walk ratio and age level. How much power he'll tap into down the road is still a bit in the air. Fangraph's roster resource depth chart has Holliday as the opening day shortstop for 2024 for the Orioles. He received a non-roster invite to big league camp, so there is a chance we could see him in Baltimore on opening day. Holliday has a very high floor with a power-dependent ceiling. He scored very well on the Predicting Superstar scale with a 62, putting him in 5th place on the all-time leaderboard. Wyatt Langford was the 4th overall pick in the 2023 Major League Draft and came out of the gate hot in his pro debut. Much like Holliday, the 22-year-old Rangers outfield prospect blazed through the minor leagues, starting the season in the Complex League and finishing up in Triple A. Perhaps even more astonishing than his rapid ascension were his numbers. Across 5 levels in 2023, Langford hit .360 with a .317 ISO and a sub-20 K percentage while taking more walks than strikeouts. In just 200 professional plate appearances, he hit 10 home runs with 17 doubles and 12 stolen bases. As staggering as his numbers were in the past season, we must also consider the sample size. The probability of Langford holding those type of numbers over a 500 plate appearance season is quite small, but we could be looking at a special offensive profile here. Langford's score is an outlier at .248, making him the highest scoring player on the all-time list. He's also received a non-roster invite to MLB camp, but I think he will break spring training with the big league squad in 2024. Wyatt Langford's score of .248 is good for first place in this video and may never be toppled in the all-time ranks. Jackson Holliday finishes 2nd on this video with the 5th all-time highest score of 62. Ronald Acuna Jr., Samuel Basallo, and Evan Carter all stayed below 0, but it was a very small margin. Here's a quick look at our all-time leaderboards with a blend of today's MLB superstars and top minor league prospects. I'm not going to cover every player, so it might be a good idea to grab a screenshot and check this out later. Quick reminder to go check out my Patreon page. Lots of free and exclusive content over there. If you want to go help support the channel, check out the link in the video description. A quick shout out to all of my Patreon level 3 subscribers. You guys rock, and everyone else who supports me over there. If you guys enjoy my videos, please subscribe to my channel, and y'all have a great day.